Hi Dollar Divas, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm testing out some more new makeup that has been at Dollar Tree. I've done a couple of these recently because I recently hauled a bunch of new makeup, way too much to use in just one video. So I've got a few products I want to try today. So if you're a returning Dollar Diva, thank you so much for coming on back for another video. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Jessica and I'm basically a bargain makeup channel. What I mean by that is I like to do a lot of the same fun content that other makeup channels do. I just like to keep it in the bargain price point. So the closer to $1, the better. So if it sounds like you're in the right place, I do hope you'll subscribe and become part of our Dollar Diva family here on YouTube. And I'll have content that you may be interested in down below in the description box. That way you can catch up on what we've been doing here if you are new. So yeah, without any further chit chat, let's just go ahead and get into today's video. So the eyebrow product that I'm using today is, this is my second time using it. It's the Marie Claire dual-ended brow pencil. This is in medium brown. There were a couple different brow products. This was one of them. Marie Claire also had a eyebrow and hairline powder kit, and I used that recently as well. Got my nails done. I went for like a traditional French this go around, and then I got red like glitter on my toes. I hadn't gotten a pedicure since like before my birthday, so it had been a minute since I got a pedicure. My brows, it's not working for me today. I'm just not doing very well. I'm gonna kind of brush through them a bit. Some days are just harder than others, aren't they? Like as far as getting brows right. I struggle too, and like that's why I like to try to keep it in the video if I can, because I want you to see it. If I edited it out and just started over, you would think that I get it perfect every time, and I certainly do not, so I like to keep the struggle in. So this brow pencil's pretty good. It's not any better than like anything LA Colors has, in my opinion, so like if you can't find this, I wouldn't feel bad. It's a little on the warmer side, color-wise, so again, you're not really missing anything there if all you can find is like LA Colors at your Dollar Tree. I will have my two most recent testing new Dollar Tree makeup videos down below in the description box. That way you can catch those if you missed them. That's where I tested all the Marie Claire makeup for the first time. Today I've just got some lingering Prolux, and I've got a couple Profusion products I'll be trying today because I didn't get to those in the last couple of videos. So that will be exciting today. Alrighty, so I mean, not terrible. Let me have my regular spoolie. I will definitely clean them up as I always do with concealer. So I'm gonna clean them up with my Mercerie Flawless Finish Full Coverage Concealer. I'm also gonna add some eyeshadow primer, and I will be right back. Okay, so I primed my eyes and cleaned up my eyebrows, and we're gonna be diving into a palette that was sent to me, my friend Angela with Fairy Treasures. I'll have her handle linked down below in the description box. But see, she sent me a couple of these palettes that I used. The green one, that's the spring. This is the summer Four Seasons eye and face palette. And they're just these really lovely, like they've got like complexion products on the bottom. I'm not gonna be using them today, but then they get these beautiful eyeshadows. They come up with a couple mattes and shimmers, and then they always have a glitter. So yeah, she sent them to me, and I have not used this one yet. So I've done a couple looks with the other one recently here, I did. And so yeah, I think she found these at one of her Dollar Trees. She actually sent me to the Beauty Intuition Moody Neutral, because I couldn't find that at my Dollar Tree for like the longest time, and she was nice enough to send me one. So even though this is a face color, I'm actually gonna go in all over my lid with that shade right there, because there's really no like light shadow that I wanna put down as like a base on my eye. So I'm just gonna use this. I'm sure it's like a blush. But I've got some Profusion blushes we're going to be trying today. There we go. That did a really, really nice job. I'm going to go into that shade there as well, right in the middle. That's probably more of like a bronzer shade. And I'm going to just deepen this up a little bit in my crease. I'm just using the same brush. So before I go into any shimmers, I'm gonna go into that shade right there. It's the shade Ripe, and just build this in. Then I'm gonna use some fun shimmer of sorts. It's going on really nice. Thought that was gonna be a little bit scarier of a shade than it is, but it's not. It's actually really nice. So I'm assuming I've got spring and summer. I wonder if they have a winter and fall in these as well. Like I said, I have not found these at my Dollar Tree, but I think this is something Angela found. There we go. That's just beautiful. And then of course I'm going to go in here and kind of smoke it out just a little bit. I'm just going to use that same brush, y'all. That's actually like, it's not black. It's more of like a dark, dark, dark green. It's called Mist. I'm gonna blur it with a fluffy brush. It's very pigmented. They're cutting down branches near the power lines on my street today, and I hope to God you can't hear it as loudly as I can. Okay, so now I'm gonna add some kind of a fun shimmer, and I don't know which one I want to go with. There's so many fun ones. Could even use more than one. There's just a few of them. That purple is gorgeous. It has like a shift to it. I think I'm gonna go into that shade right there, Ablaze. It's kind of like it's a green color. It's kind of got there's a particular word I'm looking for, mossy kind of a green. And I'm gonna pack it onto my flat brush. Then I'm gonna spray it. Ooh, that's beautiful. Kind of a nice different color. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and just blend the line right at the edge there. That is really, really pretty. Didn't really think this looked completely through before we got into it, but I knew we'd get something pretty. And of course, we're not done yet. I'm gonna add finishing touches, but we're gonna move on for right now. So again, this is my second time using this. This is the ColorCo Spot On Mascara. It came in a 3-pack set with a pencil eyeliner and a lipstick. And this wasn't the greatest. I'm gonna put on some lashes, of course, but I put a little bit, it was a little bit on the dry side, so I put a little bit of setting spray in the bottle, and it made it a little bit better. It's really not terrible. Now, I tried the Marie Claire mascara, and I didn't really like it at all. I mean, it got an effect, but the brush was really, really thick. The bristles really kind of scared me. So again, my second time using this as well. This is the Marie Claire Precision Liquid Liner. This is really nice. They also have a felt tip, and I really kind of liked this. I kind of forget how much I love a brush applicator tip like this, because sometimes with the felt tip, it's very rigid. It's sometimes hard to get a nice wing. Whereas like a brush, if you kind of let it do the work, it just kind of does it. Now that's a little long, but yeah, you can get like a really nice, if you just kind of let the brush do the work. I find sometimes a wing is just a little bit easier. A little thinner, a little easier. Okay, so there we go. So I'm just gonna use some lashes that I've been trying to kind of use up. They're just the LaFlare brand lashes from Dollar Tree. So I'm gonna apply these and I will be right back. Okay, so my lashes are on, and we're gonna come back and add details to the eyes, but we're gonna move on to face. I found a bunch of these at my Dollar Tree pretty recently, and I'm talking about the Prolux Matte Foundation. I bought 3 different shades because I really wasn't sure which shade would be right for me. I think I tried the shade Bisque or something like that last time. This is the shade Natural, so I'm gonna give this foundation another try. I also have another powder. This is in the shade Ivory, and I have the translucent powder as well. So far, that is my favorite. So it comes in a nice pump bottle, and so I'm gonna see if this shade here isn't a little bit better for my skin tone. I felt like the other shades were just a little, the powder and the other foundation, just maybe a little, I don't know, just a little off. So I'm kind of giving this is kind of a second try, but it's the first time I'm using this shade, I guess you could say. It does have kind of an old kind of makeup, not like an old, like old, but like kind of like an old school makeup smell. It's like got a little bit of like a powder smell, kind of, I guess is the best way I could describe it. And I didn't love the foundation last time I used it. Like with the powder, it might have been that the two together just didn't really suit me, but I think I'm liking this shade better. I think this shade might be a little bit better for my skin tone. I think this has been a little bit hit and miss with you all, from what I can tell from those who have found it or tried it. So now I'm gonna add my concealer, and I will be right back and we'll test the other powder. Okay, so my concealer is on, and now I'm gonna try the setting powder. This is the matte setting powder. It includes a powder puff. This is in the shade Ivory. So far, I didn't really care for the other one as much in the other shade that I had. The translucent seems to be really nice though. Very, very fine. It didn't look cakey on my skin. It had a really nice effect. But the ones with color, I'm not quite sure of yet. Like I said, it might have been the shade just looked a little bit muddy on my skin. So I'm just gonna use the powder puff that they give us. I'm gonna kind of put it a little bit under my eyes. And I'm gonna grab my powder brush, and I'm just gonna set my foundation down. You guys know, if you've been with me, I really like the LA Colors setting powder. I think the shade is nice. I think both of these shades are better for my skin tone. I don't know, there was just something not quite great about the other shade I used. and a foundation and powder. That's a lot better. I feel like that's sitting a lot better on my skin than last time. So I used this in a recent testing new Dollar Tree makeup video. It's one of the Marie Claire eyeshadow and face palettes, and the other one has a blush and a highlighter. This one has a contour and a highlighter. I'm gonna use the contour as a bronzer. I did this in my last video. Worked out really, really well. It's very matte, and it just made a nice little bronzer. Very pigmented, so you wanna go with a light hand. I can sit here and say that, and then I'm gonna overdo it. So that's all we need of that. I'm gonna go back and use the highlighter, but I have something super fun that we're gonna go into. I found the Profusion Blush Boutique. So this is $1.25 at my Dollar Tree. Comes with 4 blushes and a brush, you guys. And I swatched these all in the haul. They all seem super creamy. You've got Pink Ice, you've got Roomba, you've got Vera. It's V-I-R-A, I'm assuming that's Vera. And you've got Coral Mousse. This is very similar to the LA Colors blush in Creamsicle. I think for this look here today, I might go with this last one here, Coral Mousse. It comes with a brush. It doesn't really look like an ideal blush brush, at least in my taste, but I'm gonna use it and just to see. If not, I'll use it as like a highlighter brush or something like that. So I'm just gonna put some of this on and swirl it in the lid so I don't go overboard. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful shade. This looks like something that may have been like a holiday kit or something like that. I know Profusion always makes, always makes those like holiday kits, as well as like LA Colors, LA Girl, all that kind of thing. So really pretty. I think it's a gorgeous shade, very, very good for my skin tone. So I'll use the other ones in a future video, but yeah, that's a really, really nice blush. And I'm sure this kit went for, I would say at least 10 bucks when it was in the stores. So I still have a lip kit to try, but we're gonna come back and finish the eyes real quick. So this is the eye pencil that came with the mascara. It's the ColorCo Spot On pencil liner, and I just like to warm it up on the back of my hand a little bit, but it did a really, really good job on the waterline when I used it the first time. I mean, it's not the creamiest eye pencil in the world, but it's definitely not the worst that I've used. It had a really good color payoff, and the waterline, is ultra tricky. So there we go, just a nice line in the waterline. So I'm gonna go back into that Marie Claire kit, and I'm just gonna go into that kind of bone shade right there, and that's what I'm gonna pop on under my brow bone. And I'm definitely gonna smoke out under my eyes. So I think I'm gonna go in with that shade right there, right? I'm so sorry if you can hear those trucks. They're like right behind the camera, y'all. So I'm just using a blender brush and I'm packing it on there. Then I'm of course gonna tap off the excess. Okay, I wanna add like an inner corner highlight. I don't know if there's gonna be a shade in here that's gonna work, so I'm just gonna go back into, again, I did this in my last video. That highlighter shade made a really nice inner corner highlight. I'm gonna take a tapered brush, pack it on there, and spray it with setting spray. See, that does a really, really nice job. Okay, so I would say the eyes are done. So now we're gonna move on to lips, and I have another super fun product by Profusion. This is the Glitter and Glam Plum Matte Lipstick Case. So it looks kind of like an eyeshadow palette. It's like a metal container. And you get a lip brush. You get a lip brush and you've got all of these shades right here of lipstick. So I'm really not sure what shade I'm gonna go with. Thinking I'll either go with this shade right here, or I'll go with this one here on the end. I think I'm gonna go with this one here for this eyeshadow look. Let me know what you have found by Profusion. I think there's a couple things that I haven't found that some of you all have found and mentioned. That's a really, really pretty color. I don't apply lip products with a brush very often. There we go, the color's really, really pretty. It's a little bit, not the creamiest on the lips. Now granted, my lips are chapped. I need to do a scrub on them again. But I love the color, y'all. That color is gorgeous. It's definitely a good call with this eye look. So I'll save the products that I'm trying for the first time today till the end, but I'll just do another quick rundown of the stuff that I've used a second time. The Marie Claire dual-ended eyebrow pencil, it's okay. It's not any better than LA Colors, either color-wise or quality-wise. So if you can't find this, there's no need to worry. LA Colors, every bit as good, if not better. and more color ranges because I think medium brown is the only shade that I have seen at Dollar Tree. And then the eyeliner that comes in the ColorCo Spot On kit. The eye pencil is nothing fancy, but it really does get a decent payoff. One of the better things I have found at the Dollar Tree by way of pencil liner. Then the Marie Claire Precision liquid eyeliner that comes in this kind of a container and applicator. Really, really like it. It really, like I said, there's something about a little brush like that that really makes putting on a winged eyeliner a little bit easier, I feel. So that's a really, really nice eyeliner. I think even better than what I've used from LA Colors. Then the mascara that comes in the kit with the pencil liner, it's just kind of okay. It already kind of started drying up a little bit again. So not great at all. So overall that kit, if you don't find it, everything's just kind of okay. There's nothing in there that you can't get with like an LA Colors or something like that at Dollar Tree. Yeah, so if you can't find that kit, don't be hurt. So now, and then the Marie Claire Smoky Delight eyeshadow and face palette. Again, really nice. I love the bronzer shade in there. I love using that bone shade as an under the brow bone highlight. The eyeshadows were good when I used them. That's a great highlighter, and in fact, highlighter, I didn't even put it on as a highlighter. Let me do that real quick as I'm talking. Yeah, it's a really nice highlighter, and works really great. You could use it as an under the brow bone highlight, or I used it for the inner corner, and it did not disappoint. So these little eyeshadow and face palettes actually really, really nice. I like the other color story as well. So now the brand new stuff today. The Prolux foundation. This is the shade Natural. This was a much better shade for me than the other one that I used. I think it was Bisque. And then the powder in Ivory. This and the translucent are my favorite. I think the other shade I had was Bisque, and I didn't really care for that color combination. It really just looked very cakey on my skin. This pair here looks much better on my skin than the last time I used the other colors. So yeah, really, really pleased with that. Then the eyeshadow and face palette. You're not really gonna probably find this very easily at your Dollar Tree, but like I said, these were sent to me by a friend of mine here on YouTube, and I got 2 different color stories, and I've enjoyed these palettes a lot. They're really, really nice. So if you do find them, definitely pick them up. They might even be something you could find maybe TJ Maxx or Marshall's, but really nice, but they're not gonna be something that you're easily gonna find. And then the Profusion products. The blush kit is really nice. The brush did a really nice job applying the color. Very pigmented, creamy, not patchy. This was one of the coral shades. I'm excited to try the other 3 shades. Yeah, an absolute gem of a find if you find this at Dollar Tree. And then last but not least, the lip kit. Really like this shade for this eyeshadow look. I'm excited to try more. I'm really excited to try that purple there in the middle. That red looks really nice too. That red right there looks like a nice blue-based red for my show. So yeah, excited to try some of the other shades. Yeah, a lip kit like this is not something that I reach for a lot. But yeah, so far so good. I really like the shade that I picked, and it just feels very light and easy on the lips. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, if you did, hit that like button. Definitely go down and I'll have my most recent testing new Dollar Tree makeup videos down below. That way you can catch up on the last few that I have done. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.